Yo, welcome back, and thanks again for tuning into another episode of the Real Work Stories podcast. I'm your host, Benjamin, and we are back for another good one today. But before we get to it, thank you again, everyone, for all the likes, the shares, the comments, the downloads. It is greatly appreciated, y'all. Again, I say it every episode because I mean it every episode. But let's get into it. Today, we're talking about things that we want to say to customers, but we can't because we'd probably lose our jobs. And I've got a lot of these. I might have to turn this into a multiple part series, y'all, because kind of like pet peeves, y'all. I could just talk about this stuff all day. So let's get to it. The first thing I want to say to customers: shut up. Shut up. That's what I want to say. Loud as I possibly can. To the top of my voice, I would scream it from the mountaintops if I could. Shut up. Just stop talking. Put your lips together and leave them there. Until I figure out what I have to say to you. Or until I finish saying what I'm already saying to you. Because here's the thing. Usually they go on and on and on and on and on and on. And they're telling us the same thing we've already heard them say like 9,000 times already. I heard you the first 4 times you told me the same story. Shut up. It's just, it's that. That's it. Shut up. It sounds so freeing to say. Okay, say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Shut up. Now, if only I could just say that on the phones. Oh, it would just make my life like 30,000 times better. I can't get enough of saying it, y'all. Just shut up, Mr. Smith. I could care less. Oh, no, wait. Isn't the phrase I couldn't care less? Yeah, that's it. I couldn't care less about what you're actually saying to me. Shut up. Just shut up. That's it. It's shut up. Okay. Let's move on, because I'll get stuck there, and that'll be the rest of the episode, just me saying shut up repeatedly, because that's what I want to say to them. Just shut up. Ugh, just shut up. Okay. The next thing. I don't care enough about you as a customer to judge the way your account looks. Now, I'm not saying that I don't care when I'm helping my customers, but what I am saying is that I'm human. I understand that life happens. You need an extension on your bill? That's fine. You want to talk about refunds? That's fine. I'm not judging you. I'm really not. Because I don't care enough. Like, I don't care enough to be like, oh my gosh, you spent $179 at Walmart. What are you spending your money on? I don't care. It's your money. Spend it how you want to. Your phone bill is through the roof. I couldn't care less. Your light bill is off the wall. So is mine. Okay? Okay. Yeah, I don't care that much. I wish I could tell them that. And actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, if I phrase that one the right way, I probably could get away with saying that one. Nah, let me not try it, because knowing my luck, that'll be the one time I get fired. Anyway, the next thing I want to tell customers is that I don't always know why something happens. I just know that it happened. Like, let me explain what I mean. When customers be like, why can't I do X? Why can't I do Y? Okay, example. Again, I used to work at a cell phone company. So y'all know we get all kinds of crazy questions. Customers would be like, why can't I send text messages? I don't know. I got like 4 things I can check out. If one of those 4 things isn't the answer, I don't know. Those 4 things, let me see if I can remember. Either you don't have text messaging on your account, period. Maybe your phone's not active. The person you're trying to text, you got them blocked, or they have you blocked. Or there's a legit technical error, like a tower is down or something. Yeah, that's about all I got. If I go through everything I got and one of those 4 things ain't the answer, I don't know. And I want to tell them that you yelling at me, telling me that it doesn't make sense, doesn't make sense. Because I'm sitting here looking at the computer just as confused as you, like, well, look, I tried all I could. I don't know what to tell you. For those of you who don't know, I also have work experience in a bank as well. The customers call in all the time. They're like, why isn't my debit card working? I don't know. You typed in the right PIN? Okay. Are you using this bank's card? Where did you try to use it at? You know, like that. I got like 5 questions I'm gonna ask you, and if one of those 5 don't trigger something, I don't know. That's what tech support is for, okay? To look further past everything, because I don't know. I don't know. You know what? Now that I think about it, I could probably get away with that one too. I could probably get away with telling the customer I don't know something. Let me know in the comments if you think I could probably get away with telling the customer I don't know. Or better yet, tell me what's the craziest thing you've gotten away with telling a customer. Yeah, that's what I want to know. What's the craziest thing you've said to a customer that you've gotten away with? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, the next thing I want to tell customers. You can just ask for what you want, instead of trying to make me read your mind. Here's what I mean. I should not have to read between the lines to try to figure out what you're trying to ask me. Now, before you get all bent out of shape and say something like, oh, well, you know, people don't always know how to articulate their feelings and how to ask for what they really want. I would strongly disagree there. And here's why. If you can come up with reasons to argue with me for 35 minutes about how I'm wrong on paper, how I'm wrong morally, and how everything about my life is wrong, you could have just asked me for this little $5 late fee. If you can somehow relate my personal life that you as a customer know nothing about to the fact that you have a late fee, and the reason why is because I work for some sellout company who decides to victimize and predatorize its customers for a financial gain, shut up and just ask me for this $5 late feedback so you can go about your business. Because here's the thing, I'm that type of person where you can beat around the bush all day and I'm still not going to offer to waive this fee for you. Because in my mind, if you can argue with me to that level, you could just ask to have the fee waived. It's really not that difficult. Yeah, I'm just saying, just ask for what you want. You want the feedback? That's fine. You want to see if we can upgrade your service? Just ask. Stop coming up with all this other malarkey and just say what you want. Be an adult. Say what you want. Anyway, what number was that, y'all? Number 4? Okay, let's go to number 5. What I really want to tell them, and this one might be more important than shut up, but you know what? Since I brought it up again, say it with me. 1, 2, 3. Shut up. Okay, we got it out. That's good. I'm not going to ask you to say it no more. We got it out. We good. The next one, number 5. We'll call this number 5. I want to tell customers that, for the record, I don't care if you file a complaint on me or who you give that complaint to. Like, I really don't care. I will sign it, take a picture with you, and hand deliver it to whoever you want to give it to. That's how much I don't care about this complaint. And it's even better when I know for an absolute 100% fact that I am right. Oh, yes. I'm filing a complaint on you. That's fine. I couldn't care less. Matter of fact, add this to the complaint. Shut up. I know I said I wasn't going to bring it up again, y'all, but it sounds so good to say. Just shut up. If you're going to file the complaint, file it. Shut up. What were you trying to do? Scare me into doing whatever it is I said no to in the first place? No. Now I'm really not doing it because you already said you're filing a complaint. So feel free. I really don't care. And I don't care who you give it to. Why? Because 9 times out of 10, when they read this complaint, they're going to be like, oh boy. Because see now, oh man, I wish I could tell customers this. Now that they've given this complaint to somebody else, now you've added more work for that person to do. And that person probably doesn't want to investigate whatever foolishness you said that I did, which I didn't do. So yeah, I don't care. Please, do it. Do it so I can have something different to talk about with my manager come my next meeting. Like, hey, somebody filed a complaint on you? Really? What happened? And then my manager's like, oh, you didn't do anything wrong. They just said this, and this. But, yeah, whatever. Anyway, yeah, I could care less who you complain to. The next thing I want to tell customers, but I can't, you're lying. And I know it. And here's the crazy thing about when we know customers are lying. It's the fact that we know they're lying. I caught you in the lie already. And the reason why I keep asking you these seemingly pointless questions is because I want to see if you're going to catch on to the fact that I've caught you in the lie and I know you're lying, because you can't keep the story straight. I'll give you a prime example. Again, working for this crazy cell phone company. Customer called in one day to file a complaint. Can you believe that? The customer's complaint was that someone at one of the stores of this company broke their phone. I said, oh man, I'm really sorry that happened. Tell me a little bit about, what transpired. So the first time they tell me the story, they said, I went into the store because the phone wasn't charging. They plugged it into their charger. They waited for a couple seconds. They picked it up and it fell on the floor. I said, okay. That might kind of sort of sound like the person dropped it. Okay. So I asked them to tell me a little bit more. They said, well, when I got to the store, I was getting out of the car and the phone fell. And then when I picked it up, it wasn't working anymore. So that's when I went inside, and I'm like, wait. So did you drop the phone first? Or did the person in the store drop the phone first? And they're like, well, it fell out of my lap when I was getting out of the car. I was going in to buy a case and it fell. But then when I went inside, that's when I realized the screen wasn't working. And then when they plugged it in, they dropped it. And now it's not working. And I'm like, well, it sounds like it might have stopped working when you dropped it the first time. And they're like, no, because I wasn't the first one to drop it. So long story short, you can see how this conversation is going in circles. Long story short, I figured out that the customer was in fact the one who broke the phone like I thought in the first place. But the point is, I knew they were lying. Probably didn't even take me 7 minutes to figure it out. Because they're really not good at it. That's my next thing. Stop lying. Because you're not even good at it. Like, we'll call that all in one. Oh man. All right, I'll give you one more. The CEO does not care as much as you think they do. I know that's a tough one. That's a tough one to hear, but it's probably true. They don't care as much as you think they do. And oh, how I wish I could bust these customers' bubbles and tell them that I'm going to write a letter to the CEO. And I want to tell them that letter's probably never actually going to reach his desk. And if it does, it's going immediately in the shredder. Yeah, he or she doesn't care that much. Your $40 a month is not going to keep this company in business. Your 17 cents in your bank account is not going to keep this bank afloat, okay? I promise you it's not. And even if it was, do you think they really cared enough about your little complaint to personally call you to do something about it? Absolutely not. Because that's what they hired us for. Like, seriously. That's what we're hired for. Me and all the other people who do the same type of job that I do. That's exactly what we're here for. So yeah. Those are a couple things, y'all. I told y'all. I have a lot more. And I could talk about this all day. But I'm not going to keep boring y'all with this. So here's what I need you to do. Check me out at Real Work Stories Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. And tell me something that you've always either wanted to say to a customer or something you have said to a customer and gotten away with, because I really want to know. Don't forget to email me at realworkstoriespodcast@gmail.com if you don't want your comment on either one of those social media handles, and that is perfectly fine. But thanks again for tuning in to another episode of the Real Work Stories Podcast. I am your host, Benjamin. Catch y'all next time. Holla.